This couple from Virginia went through a very long process to adopt a 9-year-old child. 6 months after they adopt this child, they gave this child back up for adoption. You won't believe why. Let me explain. The first 2 months their son was living with them, they was very nervous and they was very scared. They was trying to do everything to be a good parent. But they couldn't help but notice this child had very strange behavior. This child would wake up all the time in the middle of the night and start yelling, "I worship Satan." That was very scary and strange. Mind you, this child would do that several times throughout the day. And every time the child would do that, the parents would talk to the child. They would read the Bible to the child. They would try and educate the child on God. Also, this family was a God-fearing family. They even gave the child his own Bible. So one day they was getting ready to take the child out. They was getting ready to take him to Chuck E. Cheese. When they went in the room, they looked in his Bible and they realized the child wrote Satan all through the Bible. So at this point, they was very worried about the child. The wife was even very scared. They didn't know what to do at that point. But what the child did next would be their final straw. This child started to wake up in the middle of the night, every single night, and wake the parents up and say a man was in his room. A man was trying to hurt him. Now imagine your child did that. You would be terrified. You would be scared to death. You wouldn't know what to do. When the child did that, the husband grabbed his weapon and the wife called law enforcement. They ran in the child's room, but no one was there. They asked the child where was the man. The child said the man walked through the wall. The son told his parents the man was very angry and he had something sharp in his hand and he wanted to hurt him very bad. The son then was very scared to sleep in a room by himself, so the parents started sleeping with the son and they kept the light on. Mind you, this went on for months. But despite the fact that the parents would sleep with the child every single night, the child would still wake them up every night and yell and scream and say it's a man in the room. So at that point, they was very scared and they really didn't know what to do. But what this child did next, they couldn't take anymore. One evening, they was having dinner at the kitchen table as a family and the child screamed again and said it's a man in the kitchen. He scared the crap out of them. But this time when the child was screaming, it was a little different because the child was crying very bad. They asked the child, why was he crying? They said the man is holding a sharp object and he want to hurt them very bad. He want them dead. They then asked the child, where is the man? The child then told them the man had a knife to the husband's neck. The child then told his parents the man is going to take their life in their sleep. The same night that the child said the man is going to take their life in their sleep, they caught their son trying to get a knife out the kitchen at nighttime. The husband then grabbed the son and grabbed the weapon out the son's hand. At that point, they thought their son was very dangerous. They then reached out to law enforcement and the state for help. They didn't want that child in the house anymore. They needed to talk to someone for advice. Come to find out, this child's biological father stabbed his mother and took her life. He then took his life. Before this child was put in foster care after he lost both of his parents, he had a very rough childhood. Both of his parents was on drugs and they would fight on a daily basis. This child was put back in foster care and these parents never adopt another child again.